So welcome guys, all the Indian fans and all the cricket lovers to KFCS and sports breakdown. Also, this live is also live in sports breakdown after a long time. So today we have a discussion regarding the Test cricket, that how the Test cricket is going on and how it can be improved regarding pitch conditions also, and also we talk about the Sri Lanka versus Pakistan day one, how it was goes, and a current scenario of India versus West Indies, what it can be happen. Current there is rain, so we have as usual we have only one partner to discuss this, Rahul. So Rahul, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm doing fine, Kunal. How are you?
Yeah, fine. Okay, so Rahul, as we see the Ashes, we see now the West Indies. Do you think that when we make a schedule, we fix a schedule, ICC knows each and everything, the weather condition at that time, what type of weather condition it can be, there might be rain. So why not? There must be one reserve day for each test, at least one reserve day, in order
I
to
think
take a
it's
result.
I think it is very doable having a reserve day for a test match. It's just one extra day in a test match, and it doesn't. One extra day in a test match won't interfere too much with other cricket, especially because many bilateral tours nowadays. Uh, See, before bilateral tours means used to be like Test ODI and T20. Now it's not necessary that every bilateral tour has Test ODI and T20 matches happening. Many tours, like for example the Ashes, have only test matches uh,
Yes,
going on, and you have many days break in between the test matches and in between the test and any potential limited over series or the next tour. There is sometime it's not as cramped as people. The schedule is not as cramped as people say it is. So uh, yeah, I think there should definitely be a reserve day to test matches. There is another aspect which I would like to introduce to this is maybe if you don't want a reserve day, either have a reserve day or you need to have retractable roofs in the stadiums. Okay, now with West Indies, for example, you can't predict when it's going to rain. West Indies is a country where, I mean, is a region where rainfall can happen anytime. It's not predictable, especially when you schedule matches beforehand. You can't anticipate when it is going to rain because it's in the equatorial region. It's a tropical region, so it can rain at any time. So forget West Indies; it'll rain at any time or over there. But when you play in England, for example, England is also a wet weather country, but uh, in ECB is the third richest cricket board, and they get good crowds for test matches, one day internationals, and for T20 internationals. Cricket matches are very well attended in England, so I would say having a retractable roof in those stadiums is very much worth it. Of course, there would be the disadvantage of, yeah, the overhead conditions play less of a role. That is there. Maybe swing movement might not be there if you play under a roof, but you have to really weigh the advantages and disadvantages. You can't have everything. If you don't, I'd rather have a retractable roof and non-interrupted matches with no swing than to have a match where there is swing but it can rain at any time and play will get disrupted, because this also disrupts the World Test Championship points table. Teams are losing crucial points because of rain, and that's not really fair on the teams. So I think, at least if not West Indies, at least England and Wales Cricket Board, they should consider having a retractable roof in stadiums. Given their weather and the fact that matches are very well attended over there, they can definitely afford to do that. At least in stadiums like Lord's, Oval, Trent Bridge, and Edgbaston, you can have retractable roofs.
yes, of course, and I think Test cricket need to be improved now, because now we are in a World Test Championship in every 2 years. So why not you make a schedule in that type, on seeing the weather conditions. So I think few things need to be addressed, and they need to make a equal schedule for each team also, because each team is not playing the equal number of matches, then that is injustice. England, Australia, India, they are playing maximum number of matches. Why not Pakistan, Sri Lanka? They are getting equal opportunities. In fact, Bangladesh also, because we want to promote cricket in all over the country. Not we want to promote in 2 3 countries and play between 2 3 countries. So I think for this, ICC need to rethink about upcoming cycles also. But anyways, first of all, let's talk about the Pakistan versus Sri Lanka. Rahul,
I
when
have
we
one more thought.
yes.
See, as far as the schedule is concerned, I don't think you can really schedule venues according to a weather forecast, because schedules are made well before time, like 2 or 3 months, several months before time, because you have to make all the logistical travel arrangements and accommodation before time. So all that has to be done several months before. You can't simply choose based on the weather forecast. You know how weather forecasts work. You don't get to know the weather of some date which is 4 months down the line. Weather forecasts only happen like for the next 5 or 6 days, next week at best. You don't have a weather forecast for some date that's 4 months away. But you need like 3 or 4 months to plan a tour and schedule the itinerary, because you have to put all the travel arrangements together and the accommodation uh, together, and that's when you have to choose the venues. So it's hard to choose venues, but you need to maybe change the facilities in the venues, whether it's having a reserve day or having a retractable roof, so that you can adapt to any sudden changes in the weather patterns.
Yes, of course. You're right. And let's discuss it in detail also. So let's talk about the day one of the second test, Sri Lanka versus Pakistan. So, Rahul, when we talk about these two teams, we always discuss that Sri Lanka has a plus point because they are playing in home conditions, and in fact, the stats is saying that Sri Lanka is far better than Pakistan because the present player, even Babar Azam, has no good record. But still, Pakistan have played really well than Sri Lanka. You have to say this. The way they are bowling today, the way Shaheen Shah Afridi come back to the form suddenly, Nazim Shah, Abrar Ahmed, the way they are bowling, Pakistan is looking exceptionally good. So what happened to Sri Lanka all of a sudden, Rahul?
Well, it's been a problem for them. Batting hasn't really been their strong point for a long time. In fact, the matches that they've been winning in Sri Lanka over the last World Test Championship cycle has been largely due to their bowling, not their batting. So the batting really needs to get it together in order for Sri Lanka to be competitive in their home conditions. The other thing is, I think they're a little bit taken aback by the sudden bass ball that Pakistan is playing, or the Babar ball, Pak ball, whatever you want to call it. I think they're a little bit taken aback by that style of play. They tried to do it in Gaul, but it didn't work out for them. The basketball is not quite working out for them, because they're now trying to prepare flat wickets as well, like how England is doing, and that's not helping their game.
Yeah, of course. But problem is that Rahul 176, only 176. Sri Lanka. Do you think that that was this kind of pitch that there only Dhananjay De Silva will bat and others can't? Is that is
Uh, No, you definitely expect Karuna Ratne, the guy who Nishan Madhushanka had a very good debut in the first match. He didn't click today. Dimat Karuna Ratne, Kushal Mendes, Dinesh Chandimal, Angelo Matthews. These are all fairly senior players. They have to step up. Not it cannot be just Dhananjaya De Silva every time trying to do a rescue act.
yes, and big thing is also that why they are doing suicide. I will say run out as a suicide because opener the way they are running between the wickets was not good, especially for Sri Lanka. Just I follow in Greek bus that the run out of opener and run out in few cases, and they are losing wickets one by one. Only Dhananjay De Silva was there in the crease, so I don't know what happened to Sri Lanka. I think they are dependent on their senior players, Matthews, Karunaratne. Only Dhananjay De Silva is playing good cricket. So, do you think, Rahul? This is a failure for Sri Lanka if they have good players, but still they are not able to perform.
Yes, it's a definite failure and a definite concern for Sri Lanka. They're not able to perform in spite of having experienced and senior players in the team. Definitely has to be looked into.
Okay, so if I talk about the Pakistan also, they are in a bit trouble in previous Test match. We see the lower order batsmen Shakil and Salman were performing. Top order was collapsed, but suddenly their top order clicked today. Abdullah Shafiq played very well. Shan Makshood played very well. In fact, Babar Azam is at crease. So Rahul, do you think that if Babar Azam is at crease and he can stay more time in crease, then I think so the lead can be more than 200. Might be.
Yes, it can be more than 200. Pakistan has set themselves up very nicely in this match. I think they've got a good chance to bat Sri Lanka completely out of this match. So Sri Lanka will not have literally no chance of winning by the time they get a turn to bat again.
But if we talk about previous match also, Sri Lanka was completely dependent upon their bowlers. Their bowlers were really good. Ramesh Mendes taking wickets, Pfeiffer for Ramesh Mendes. Good bowling from Prabhat Jasuria too. But runs was one of the matters. So I think Rahul, if Sri Lanka batsmen not giving runs to their bowlers, then how their bowlers will defend the score? I think 167 is not a gettable score in test. At least you have to score at least 350. Then there will be some contest with ball.
Yes, absolutely. Even not even three, at least 200 or 250 you have to give to around there. At least that much you have to give for Sri Lanka to really have a fighting chance. 166 will not do it, especially when you have a team that's now playing baseball, playing the baseball way. It definitely will not work. Having said that, Sri Lanka was also sloppy in the field. They did not review an LBW, which would have had Masood out much earlier. They also dropped a catch. Which would have gotten rid of Abdullah Shafiq. That was a Prabhat Jayasuriya. He dropped a catch to get, which would have gotten rid of Abdullah Shafiq. So Sri Lanka, they had their chances in the match to get come back in the match, and they didn't take it. And frankly speaking, when you're defending a low score, you also have to take your half chances in the field to try and get yourself back into the match. And
Yes,
Sri Lanka did not do that either.
yes, of course. One thing is also there with the Sri Lanka, as I've seen that their players like they just are come on hitting the ball just goes on for hits back to back, otherwise they are very slow. So they are not playing in that type of cricket. I think they are very confusing whether to play defensive or whether to play in a you can say type of baseball. So I think these things need to be clear from Sri Lankan point of view, and especially Rahul. I was always talking about Pathum Nishanka. Why? Because Angelo Matthews, if he is not performing consistently, I think there is some good players is there who can play in a middle order. If we see the Sri Lankan team, there are few players also there who can perform, but they are not getting the chances. I am talking about Niroshan Dikwela also, because if I talk about the Dikwela in Test match, Dikwela is far better than Jai Vikram. I think so. Swa Vikram, I think.
Samara Vikrama,
Samar
yes,
Vikrama. I think
yes.
in place of Samar Vikrama, Dikwela is slightly better. I think he can play 10 to 15% like Rishabh Pant. Maybe he can play that type of knock, because you need some players who can at the end come and play good strokes and accelerate the innings, take single doubles. So I think selection is also one of the prospect, and one prospect is that their batsmen have no clarity. They don't know actually what to do. Uh, they have no targets that how much they have to score. Just their bowlers are so good. I will say that their spinners, their fast bowlers, especially Madhu Shankar is good. Uh, Vishwa Fernando is very good. Pravat Jasuria exceptionally well. Rahul uh, Ramesh Mendes is good. Even Dahanza De Silva can give you wickets. I think in bowling department, Sri Lanka is great. But in batting, you have to score runs. Otherwise, Pakistan will win this easily also.
Yes, definitely. Sri Lanka may not be able to win from the situation unless the bowlers miraculously bring them back into the match tomorrow. Maybe, maybe their goal has to be to bowl out Pakistan tomorrow somehow and keep the lead under 200. Once you keep the lead under 200, then you can try to claw your way. Then you have time to bat your way back into the match. Yes, it will be a huge deficit, no doubt. But at least the if you keep it under 200, like between 150 and 200, then the batsmen will have time to bat themselves back into the match. So that's what the approach has to be from here. But the bowlers can do as much as they want, but it is the batting that really has to step up for Sri Lanka. The problem with Sri Lanka is actually something we have been saying about Indians, uh, which is not being able to play spin well. I think that is very much the case with the Sri Lankans as well. They've lost uh, the art of playing against spin well, playing well against quality spin. And I think that has been one of the reasons for their downfall over the years. Even spinners who would be very average in Indian conditions are doing very well in Sri Lanka.
Yes, of course. And I think now what Sri Lanka should do, uh, if you are in Sri Lanka management now, Rahul. So what will be your
Yes.
plans? What will be your plans that how you can, you know already that they will cross the lead. Definitely they will make a lead, but how you can reduce them to lead, take a lead at least only 100 or maybe 110 lead, not more than that. So what will be your plans for Sri Lanka? Which bowler you want that give maximum number of overs and take the wickets?
I think you need to give the maximum. You have to really attack with spin in this case because Pakistan is not your typical subcontinent team. They are actually stronger against pace than against spin. So I would attack them, try to attack with spin, go with Prabhat Jai Surya and Ramesh Mendes mainly to try and get rid of the Pakistani batsman. Prabhat Jai Surya has a pretty good record against Babar Azam in particular. So I try to go with Prabhat Jayasuriya earlier on and hope that he prizes out Babar Azam. So that would be my plan. Once you get Babar Azam out, then if Babar Azam gets out early tomorrow, then Sri Lanka can really have some hope of trying to get back into the match. So I think it has to be done through spin. I don't think the Pacers are really going to do much for them in this case. Although Asita Fernando has 2 wickets, the pitch is going to get slower and slower from tomorrow, and I think spin is going to play a bigger role. So they need to really trust Prabhat Jayasuriya to do the job.
And yes, I think the main thing what they can do with Pakistan, just take the wicket of Babar Azam, Abdullah Shafiq, and Sarfaraz Ahmed. The whole Pakistan team will be all out because Shakil and Salman is a good player. They played very well in previous Test match, but they are not that much consistent. If you talk about consistency, they are not that much consistent. Meanwhile, there is problem with Shakil and Salman. They will also think about that, but I think major concern will be your Babar Azam, Abdullah Shafiq, and Sarfaraz Ahmed. Because if this type of players stay in the crease, then there will be always a fear that maximum number of runs will be there. And of course, Rahul, there is so much time in this Test match. This is only day one, and Pakistan can play up to day two, maybe up to
Day three itself,
day
they
three
can
lunch. Day
yeah.
three lunch.
If Pakistan plays till day three lunch, they'll be well, especially with this baseball approach, they'll be well out of sight for Sri Lanka. They'll have a probably have a lead of 400. Uh, I mean, put it in writing. They'll have a lead of 400 by then if they bat till then, and then it'll be an
Then
uphill
double
task
century confirmed.
for Sri Lanka.
Then Babar Azam double century confirmed. If
I don't
400.
know about Babar Azam hitting a double century, but somebody will score a double century, I guess.
Yes, because in
Or two or
previous
three guys
match,
will score centuries. Anything can happen.
yes, but miracle will be happen if the spinners suddenly come in Sri Lanka and suddenly they put all out to Pakistan within 350 or around 350. Then the match will be quite interesting. But yes, let's see what will happen with Sri Lanka versus Pakistan. But I will say that Sri Lanka need to back their good bowlers and come and give a spin. I think Dhananjay De Silva need to bowl more overs in order to support both these bowlers, Ramesh Mendis and Prabhat Jasuria. If pitch is going slower, if there is something for pace bowlers, then I think like Madhu Shankar can also get the wickets. Let's see what will happen. But yes, this test is going to be from Pakistan perspective. This is a great start for Pakistan, and for Sri Lanka
Absolutely.
perspective, they will say that Sri Lanka will say that they have chances, but their batsman is not performing that type what they are expected. But let's see what will happen, and of course, for India, for Pakistan, they have to win this test match is very, very important because their tours, they know it very well that each and every point is very important to qualify for finals. So, Indian perspective also, Rahul, till now there is so much rain, but India need to win this match because if you come with a full points, then there will be a tour of South Africa and Australia. That will be not too easy. Two matches series in South Africa. I think three matches series in South Africa, and two five matches series in Australia. And actually, we want the one and only player Rishabh Pant in the team, and we don't know Rishabh Pant will come at that time or not. But I am confirmed that at the time of Australia, he will definitely come. But for South Africa, we need Rishabh Pant. So before that, I think India need to take a points that is very important. So need to just match to start. Ashwin and Jadeja come in attack and take all the remaining wickets.
Yes, absolutely. It's still raining right now as we speak, but yeah, we need play to resume soon so that India can attack. And I think they're saying, I don't know, it was going to be 67 overs to play in the day. It might now it might be 50 overs to play in the day. So we have to see. One thing we know is West Indies is not going to try and win this match. They're not going to
Yes.
go for the win. They are going to dead bat it and just survive the rest of the match, whatever is remaining of this match, if there is anything remaining. But from an Indian perspective, I think we need to follow the advice that Virat Kohli gave during the Lord's Test in 2021 when we played England. Whatever is remaining of the match, make them experience hell. We need to make West Indies experience hell for the remaining of the match. That's what needs to happen.
So you have to see that what will happen for Team India. But for Team India perspective, this match must be start on time. Uh, I think if India got 45 overs, 50 overs to bowl, I think they can pick remaining 8 wickets. And in that 50 overs, I am expecting at least 25 to 30 overs from spin department because when West
Absolutely,
Indies
we
will
need to save time. So
because West Indies
that
when
is
we
also a
don't want.
factor.
Yes, and West Indies, if they are playing defensive cricket, then there will be chances for a ball will get into the pad maximum number of times. So this can will
Yes,
happen
absolutely.
if Ravin Jadeja and Ashwin. And I am thinking about that also. If match will start, anyone Ashwin or Jadeja, anyone can take maybe 4 wickets, 4 or more wickets. There is possibility because I
Yeah,
don't think there is no breath weight still. The question is that there is no breath weight. So and Jason Holder is not that type of form that he can stick in a wicket. So I think West Indies have a fear. I think West Indies pray to God that this match should not start. And finally, this match goes into draw.
yeah. Of course, West Indies will be praying for that. That's the best result possible for them. Unfortunately for India, that means eight crucial points is knocked off for us by rain. That's an unfortunate thing. Unfortunately, India didn't take more wickets on day three. Although we only bowled 67 overs, again rain played spoil sport over there, because if you notice on day four when play resumed, we got the last five West Indies wickets very quickly. We got those last five wickets very quickly. Imagine if that had happened in the last session on day three, then we would have had more time to uh, go for a victory. We would have had more time to take the wickets. So it's quite unfortunate what is happening here. India has been dominating this match pretty much, just like the first one, but not as much as the first one. But nevertheless, still dominating, and we're still in a good position. If we can just get the match resumed, then we'll be able to force the win. I feel.
Yes, of course, and there is update that there is no rain, but there is so much cloud, so they are fearing that might be there will be rain. So that is precautionary covers are there in the middle. So I think if there is a, you can say when nothing is in your hand, we always say that if God knows, if God want that match should be happen, it will happen. If God don't want, then it will not, nothing will happen at last.
Yeah, of course, in the future, it's for teams and cricket boards to come together and ensure that God doesn't decide the fate of cricket matches. That is what they have to do in the future.
Because Rahul, suppose this test match is draw, okay, and suppose Pakistan win it 2-0, then see where what will the position of India also, because if might be this Ashes will also 2-2, suppose England win the last test match,
Then
so think
Pakistan will be on top of the points table. But of course, it's early days in the World Test Championship, and
early
Pakistan
days,
doesn't
but
have.
it happens
See,
the
like India, Pakistan also has toured Australia and South Africa, which are much tougher series, and I don't think baseball is going to really work against Australia in Australia. They can do it against Sri Lanka, and they can have the result, but against Australia and Australia, I don't think baseball is going to work. And now Australia has seen what baseball is like against England in this ongoing Ashes series, so they will be used to it, and they will have a plan for Pakistan's tactics.
Yeah, you can say baseball, but I think baseball will be only follow from England, and all other teams will be playing like a technically good. That's how a test batsman can play technically with the tactics. They will play like that. Yeah, there will be a some player if we talk about the South Africa or India. So India, if Rishabh Pant is available, then you can see the Pant in their own way that how he can place after staying in the crease. And from South African, you can say Henrik Klassen. Maybe Henrik Klassen can play like that. I think Kyle Verini can play like that. We have seen him playing. So it happens. Markram can also play good. You can say the aggressive type of cricket. So it is up to the mind. But I think the way England have decided, they will play like that, and I am fearing that if when England will come to India for 5 matches test series, so might be they will play with that approach, and at that time, mark my
They
words,
will,
Ra-
yes.
Joe Root will be highest scorer in that tour again, because Joe Root have good record in subcontinent, two double hundreds, one in Sri Lanka, one in two in Sri Lanka, and one in India also. I think you have
Yeah,
remember.
yes, I remember. So England will definitely follow the baseball approach in India. There's no doubt about it. They didn't shy away from playing it in Pakistan either. The question is, will it click for England over here? My answer is, I think it might. It might click for one match, but I don't see them England winning more than one match in India. It is a five-match series, so definitely out of five matches, that in some match that baseball approach will work for England, and they'll manage to win that match. The question is whether they'll win more than one match, let alone winning the series. I don't see that happening, because India is not going to back away from preparing turning wickets, regardless of what approach any other
They,
team is following. They
I
will
think they
prepare.
will. I think they will make turning wickets. Not all the 5 matches, might be 2 3 matches, because when India will see that the series in a cost, then might be India will come on their own way, come with the spin.
See, Yeah, they will definitely come with a spin, and guys like Ravichandran Ashwin, Ravindra Jadeja, they will have a plan for baseball already. They probably are, as we speak, watching all the videos of England's baseball approach and devising a plan for it. Ashwin always has a plan. He's good at reading a batsman's mind, so it won't be easy for them to do baseball against Ashwin on turning pitches.
And in fact, Ashwin is YouTuber also, so YouTubers see all the things, all the players, they always analyze all the players. So in that way, I think Ashwin have so many experience of every other player. I think he knows each and every player by video, that he can out in this way, he can be out in this that way, he can make runs in that way. So
Yes, absolutely. And baseball is a technique which has many flaws in it. We have seen those flaws come out in this Ashes series. So let's not. While baseball helped England over the last year, I think the real test for baseball has come in this Ashes already, and it's kind of failed, you could say. And then another major test is against India on turning wickets, whether baseball will work or not.
yes, and one news is there that the groundsman is going to working for making a pitch ready for match. So they are trying. Let's see how much match will be happen. But yes, few statements are coming from players like Ishan Kishan. Ishan Kishan have tell the name of two players that have motivated him maximum number of times. First name was Rishabh Pant. That if you see in his bat, he's written RP17. So we know it very well that Ishan Kishan and Rishabh Pant came uh, at the same time in international cricket, but there was a luck for Rishabh Pant, that Rishabh Pant came first, and the way of his attacking approach, Rishabh Pant was first. But Ishan Kishan have some promise, and Ishan Kishan had told that in NCA he have done some practice with Rishabh Pant, and that motivation have made him a good comeback in Test match, and motivation from Virat Kohli also made him a good innings. He has credited this innings to Rishabh Pant and Virat Kohli. So Rahul, how you see the way Ishan Kishan have progressed? If both two legendary players have giving the that type of suggestions, and then player is performing. So how you see the Ishan Kishan now?
Yeah, he definitely has the talent. And the question is whether he'll consistently put in the performances for India. In the second innings against West Indies, he did redeem himself. He scored a half century, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, 52 of 34 balls he scored, which helped India do a quick declaration. So he's played one. He can at least go away from West Indies saying that he has played one such innings, which was instrumental in helping the team hopefully win.
Yeah. Okay, so everyone is talking about Virat Kohli, the way he have achieved. Uh, I think Rahul, when Virat Kohli made a fastest 10,000 runs in ODIs, I have seen maximum number of innings when Virat Kohli is making hundreds. There is each and every record that has been broken down. Now they have broken the record of 500 international match, making a century, one and only player. He has suppressed Sachin Tendulkar also 7600 in his international cricket. Suppressed Don Bradman also. Do you think Rahul Ayyar, when Virat Kohli will make a century, the record will be broken each and every time now?
Possibly, yes. I mean, there are all kinds of records out there, big or small. So every century is likely to break some record or the other.
Yes, and in that way, all are discussing that how the Virat Kohli is emerging from last 10 years. If we in last 10 years, if we cut those 3 years after Corona, then before Corona, Virat Kohli was something different that we see. Uh, his aggressive mindset, his aggression in a ground, his playing technique. You can say he can play like a baseball. Also, he can play technically according to condition. So Rahul, do you think that this type of player should play up to 40 years of age? Because sorry, because this will be the inspiration for youngsters that if the players have dedication, he can do anything. And I am confident if he will play up to 40 years, he can break all the record of Sachin Tendulkar too.
Yeah, it is possible, and personally, I'd like to see Virat Kohli play up to 40 years old. I'd love to see that happen, but it depends. He's right now, I think, 34, 33 years old. No, 34.
34.
Yeah,
34.
yeah, he's 34 years old. There's still another 6 years to go. He'll be 35 coming November, which is during the World Cup. So uh, it depends on a lot of things. A lot of things can change in 5 years' time from now. Maybe Kohli loses his form, or maybe he wants to spend time with the family, or maybe he gets injuries. So many things. There are many factors to take into consideration, especially at Kohli's age right now, because 40 years old is still 5 years down the line from now. So it won't be easy for Kohli to really keep it up till then. If he does, I'd be really happy if he does that. But we have to see how everything pans out. It's not really common for sports people in general to play till 40 years old. So we have to see how things go.
Actually, one thing that motivates me and that I like in Virat Kohli, his fitness level. Actually, what he is doing with his fitness is still he is running very good, and his training sessions and all these things. Virat Kohli has not changed his training sessions, and he is always that type. Previously, when Virat Kohli was came at the age of 20 to 23, he was so hardworking. So that type of hard work we are seeing in this age also. So that's why I am expecting that Virat Kohli can stretch his career up to 40 years of age. When Virat Kohli will be 40 years, then I think I am pretty much confident, because now Virat Kohli is become the inspiration of youngsters. Youngsters are coming and taking suggestions, views, and then things are working also.
Yeah, absolutely. Virat Kohli is a very hardworking and motivated cricketer. There is no doubt about it. And I would say it's not just his fitness, but he brought the fitness culture into the Indian cricket team.
Yes.
He brought it into the Indian team as well. And that is an aspect which not many people regard. People think cricket is only batting and bowling, but there is more to it than that. If you have fitness, you can run better between the wickets and ensure that you make more runs with the bat. If you have fitness while fielding, then you can save runs and ensure that the bowlers do not concede less runs. So fitness has to be looked at from that way. So fitness may not be something that's as visible as batting or bowling, but it's very important. It contributes to these two in a significant way, which you don't see, but it's there.
Okay. Okay, sir Rahul. Now Test series will be end, and after the ending of the Test series, the Indian team will going to announce a player for South Africa tour also. So, do you think Rahul Pujara will be forgotten now? Do you think there is anything in this team India that they can stay without Pujara in South Africa tour?
It remains to be seen, but of course, Pujara is the kind of player. He's been doing well in county cricket. He's been doing well in the Ranji Trophy, but then he comes back to the Indian team, and it's the same story again. He's not improving the team, and especially if you want to play with a baseball approach, you can't have Cheteshwar Pujara in your team. I'm sorry. If you want to play with an attacking approach, Virat Kohli brought the attacking aggressive approach with from the bowling side, but Rohit Sharma is bringing it when it comes to batting. So, if you want to follow an aggressive batting approach, you can't have Cheteshwar Pujara as your number three batsman, because he's not going to play in that style. He's just not going to do that.
But actually, thing is that Ajinkya Rahane is not performing. And number three, Gill is not looking that type of settled batsman. I think Gill is good in opening, and Yashasvi Jaiswal. This is the first series for Yashasvi Jaiswal. You don't want to take a risk bringing Yashasvi Jaiswal again in, uh, especially overseas tour, because in overseas things are different. Uh, he is playing in West Indies, but we all know the West Indies quality of bowling. So we can't judge that Yashasvi Jaiswal is one of the best. That will be judged by another team, but I think so. Indian team need to think about Shubman Gill also, because if you don't give this type of player their favorite position, then Indian team will be in very certain confusion, because we have so many openers. If we have so many openers, then you will doing experiment. One day Yashasvi Jaiswal will flop. You will bring Rituraj Gaikwad. On some day you will say that Sai Sudarshan is also good. Someday you will say that Priyank Panchal can game. So Avmanishwaran can game. So many things, so many confusion. So do you think, Rahul Ayyar, that Indian team need to think about Shubman Gill? They have to settle Shubman Gill first, because Yashasvi Jaiswal is quite young now. Yes, you can use SSV Jaswal in some tours, like uh, in Indian tour. Might be England will come to India, then you can try him. But I think Shubman Gill must to come back in his original position, opening combination in South Africa too. Your views on this?
See, so this is a tough call to make because Subman Gill, while he's been very good in one day cricket, he's a good opener. He can definitely be score at a rapid pace when he gets going. He can be dangerous, but in Test cricket, he has shown there he does have some weaknesses when it comes to opening the batting, facing the new ball in Test matches in red ball cricket. So there's no guarantee that Shubman Gill would click if you make were to make him open the batting with Rohit Sharma and South Africa. I feel Shubman Gill still needs to work on some stuff before getting a tour like South Africa. I know he has done well in Australia, but in England he has been exposed a little bit because of his technique. He tends to get out to edge a lot of balls. He has some problem with the ball swinging around the off stump channel, like a lot of Indian batsmen do. But I'm not sure if he should open the batting. Yashasvi Jaiswal, yes, it would be his first uh, major tour to South Africa, and we don't have any Test cricket coming up after this match. That is an unfortunate thing. But I might, considering he has done well in this series, it would be very hard to drop him. And let's be honest, at some point he has to play in these tough conditions. At some point he has to go and play in South Africa. I would love him to play a home series first, but given the circumstances, this might be the best the Indian team can do. Maybe send him for some India A tours. I'm sure India A will have some series in South Africa before the actual South African tour. You can put him in the India A team, Yashasvi Jaiswal, so that he can get acclimatized to the conditions. You can do that, but if you see this, we may not tour South Africa all the time. It may happen once in 4 years or 5 years. We Of course, this is coming after just 2 years, but if that won't be the case all the time, we won't always be able to tour South Africa and these kind of alien conditions. So you have to give him a chance at some point. That is my personal view. But of course, there's also this case that if you want to play both Jaiswal and Gill, then maybe Rohit Sharma will have to sacrifice his opening position somewhere and go down the order. But then we all know that Rohit Sharma may not be comfortable at that position, so it is a very big call, in my opinion. But which two of the three openers to choose?
Actually, there will be a big call in T20 series also, when Hardik Pandya will be captain, and Ishan Kishan was originally opener with Shubman Gill, but suddenly Jaiswal will come, so there will be We have to see where Ishan Kishan will play, because number three will be then Surya Kumar Yadav. Maybe number three will be Ishan Kishan. Number four will be Surya Kumar Yadav. So there is so much confusion is happening. But yes, India should be lucky that they have good bench strength. They can play any players at any time, and they are performing. That is a good sign for Team India. But let's see. South Africa tour is far month ahead after the World Cup. I think so many things will change. Might be Rahul. You can say that we got better option than Ajinkya Rahane. Maybe Shreyas Iyer will be fitted. Then we can brought Shreyas Iyer in the middle order. Who knows?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely consider selecting Shreyas Iyer for test matches, because he has also played a very instrumental role in these last few years in bailing India out of tough situations in matches. So I wouldn't rule out the selection of Shreyas Iyer for the test series.
And who knows if God wants to play Rishabh Pant, then might be Pant will be on a team when January when series will start. Because I don't think that selectors will push Pant to go to the Ranji matches. They will say that if you want, you can play 1-2 matches, but India needs you more than Ranji. So I think Pant will come directly. There might be possibility.
Yeah, there might definitely be a possibility. Of course, Ranji Trophy, I believe, is going to be a little bit earlier this year. It's not going to be in the typical November to February slot. I think it's going to be earlier than that. It might even be during the World Cup, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, my baby. Then at that time we can see maybe Rishabh Pant is playing at that Ranji team.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
from Delhi.
it is very possible. Like, if you don't want to rush Rishabh Pant into the World Cup, then you can have him play in the Ranji Trophy, which is a much lower level of cricket and not as intensive.
Yes, and I think one good knock, Pant will say that yes, Pant is back in his original form. No need to
Yes,
asking more
absolutely.
no need to asking more question from Rishabh Pant that you have to play more and more matches, because in wicket keeping section I am not satisfied from KS Bharat, from Ishan Kishan, not that much satisfied that we can put a Rishabh Pant longer number of times from, especially in test playing 11 we can't uh, put Rishabh Pant out of the playing 11. It is not
Yes,
possible.
absolutely.
We can do experiment in ODIs and T20s. We have keepers, but in Test match, Pant is better. Let's see, and I'm also praying that Pant will come and we will see that type of miracle knock that was come in England, that was come in Australia, and that was come in South Africa too. He was only a lone batter who made a century in South Africa. So discussion will be always there that if this player is there, and then the opponent will thinking about declaration that at what score we should declare. This happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's see what will happen and hope for some match for today. But reality is that Rahul, that 80% this test match is draw. Means second test is draw. India will finally took a trophy of 1-0 win. There is 80% chances. I am giving 20% that some match can be happen. Still they are preparing the
Yeah.
pitch.
Yes, I believe it's raining again. I mean, live visuals show the rain pelting down, and there's the sound of thunder rumbling in the background too. We might as well call it off now and go home. But such is cricket's vagaries that we will wait.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Well,
Maybe they will give 1 hour more. Who knows
yeah.
if there is good
So
playing condition.
in my mind, I mean, this being a draw is a little bit of a blow to India's hopes of reaching the World Test Championship final, because we expect to get full points from this series. So we're going to get 8 points less than we should have had. It's unfortunate that it's happened this way, and we'll have to make up for it somewhere. We need to maybe win a test match in South Africa. Let's try to get a drawn series, at least guarantee ourselves of that. then the road ahead is going to be a little challenging, because Australia is not going to be easy. We have to play Australia away from home. That is a five test match series, and it's going to be tough to win the Border Gavaskar Trophy in Australia for the third time in a row. It was quite a surprise that we won it twice in a row already. Doing it a third time in a row is going to be quite a challenge, and that too over a five-match series. You expect Australia will really be on their game, and then against England we might lose or draw one match here and there. So that's another concern. So really, the only two series where we can really maximize the points are New Zealand and Bangladesh. So we have to whitewash them in order to, if we drop points there also, then things become very complicated for Team India. So this draws quite a huge blow very early in our campaign.
Yes, of course. Let's see what will happen, and there will be a focus on Pakistan versus Sri Lanka also. That can Sri Lanka come back from their position, or Pakistan will be on better position. Now it's up to the Babar Azam, Shakil, Salman, and how they will perform. Sarfaraz is also. So let's see what will happen tomorrow. We will definitely come and discuss Pakistan versus Sri Lanka, what is happening in day two, and I hope that. Some play will be happen and India will try to win this match. Okay, so Rahul, man of the series according to you, who will be the man of the series?
That's
Ashwin or Jaiswal or Rohit Sharma?
It's a very challenging choice. I might go with the Rohit Sharma, because he's been very consistent in this series. No disrespect to Ashwin or Jaiswal, but I think Rohit Sharma has been the most consistent batsman of this series, and I think he deserves the man of the match award more than the others.
So let's see who will be the man of the series. We will definitely get answers. So till then, guys, the way you are supporting yesterday our video, we all are talking about the Pakistan, but still there was so much support. So thank you very much, guys, that you are not partiating like in Hindu and Muslim. You are seeing a cricket, and that is a good thing that you are seeing a cricket like you can say. Good cricket lovers. So good cricket lovers don't see the countries. They only just see the good cricket. So they are coming to see a good cricket. And so now finally Avinav is coming after the that day. Okay. So Avinav, I think you are getting hurt that day that we are talking about Rishabh Pant and we are saying this disrespect to Dhoni. But it's okay. That was a record with test. Anything you want to
Hi.
say? Abhinav, any questions you can ask? Abhinav, are you there? Abhinav, anything you want to ask?
He's saying hi.
He's saying hi, but not responding. Okay, anyways, Abhinav, what you want to say, you can ask in comment section. I will give reply. So thank you very much, Rahul, for your time. Uh,
Yes, thank you, Kunal. Pleasure as usual.
yeah, finally the comment is coming. Yeah. Um,
Oh,
okay, he is hurt badly. When we are comparing a Dhoni and Pant. But Vinav, uh, don't think like only Indian. Think like a cricket lover. What I say earlier that
see, I'll say one thing. I am myself a big fan of MS Dhoni. So, okay, and yeah, at times I also get irritated if I see people putting down Dhoni and spreading hate against him. So, uh, I'm the last person who will try to demean MS Dhoni. Let's make that very clear. But facts are facts. Rishabh Pant has outperformed Dhoni in Test cricket, and the numbers show that. There are hardcore facts that show that Pant has outperformed Dhoni in Test cricket. So I cannot ignore that just because I like Dhoni.
Yes, you are Rohit lover. I know it very well. Yeah, Rohit is. I can say that Rohit is outstanding in this series. The way Rohit shows his defensive type of cricket, his aggressive type of cricket, both type of cricket we have seen. In first test, he was showing that the patience Rohit have, and second test, Rohit shows that he can play T20 also. But that is very unfortunate that Rohit may not get a place in T20 side for a team. For this, I will say I am sorry, but this is a reality that Indians are going far away from Rohit Sharma, especially Rohit Sharma. Maybe from Virat Kohli also because they are focusing on youngsters. But yes, Rohit Sharma has some capability. Might be he will be a big player in ODI matches and Test.
Yes, absolutely. And maybe they might move on from Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli in ODI cricket after this World Cup. You never know.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I know. Abhinav, that was heartbreaking for you because you are not listening as a cricket lover. You are listening as a Dhoni lover. If you are listening on that way, then each and every words will hurt you. So I think that is your intention. That in what way you are thinking and what way you are listening. But reality is reality. When stats is saying that it's okay. Uh, if we talk about T20 approach and and ODI also, Rishabh Pant is far behind than Dhoni. That is reality. But in Test match, this is reciprocal. You can say vice versa.
Yes, absolutely.
So things will happen, but just listening it like a cricket lover. Okay, so being a cricket lover, enjoy each and every nation, and the way KFCS family has supporting me during the World Cup qualifier, that was excellent. That I think that yes, the viewers are uh, taking interest in World Cup qualifier, and that is a big thing, Rahul. I don't even
Yeah,
expect that
absolutely.
in World Cup qualifier so many audience are participating. That is good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, Sri Lanka and West Indies kind of teams being in the qualifiers really made the qualifiers more interesting. It had a strong field. As we speak right now, actually, there are some regional qualifiers going on for next year's T20 World Cup. I believe there is some sort of redemption from Ireland and Scotland. Both of them were in the ODI World Cup qualifier, and they couldn't make the ODI World Cup, but they look well on their way to making the T20 World Cup next year. There are seven teams in the regional final for Europe. There's Ireland, Scotland, Germany, Denmark, Jersey, Italy, and Austria. These seven teams are there. Of course, Austria is now eliminated. They don't have a chance. They've lost 4-4, so they don't have a chance to make it to the T20 World Cup. But Ireland has won 4 out of 4 matches, and Scotland has won 3 out of 3 matches. So both of them are looking good to finish in the top two, and top two is what is needed in this regional final to make it to the T20 World Cup. I think both of them are very much on track to towards doing it. Of course, they've not played each other yet, but still, I think it's going to be Ireland and Scotland to make it in the T20 World Cup. Although the rest of the teams are significantly weaker, I understand, but still, it is nevertheless redemption for these two teams.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yes, you are right. Rishabh Pant is nowhere in compared to Dhoni. Yes, of course, this is true in that way that Rishabh can't be MS Dhoni and MS Dhoni can't be Rishabh Pant. They are different in their wicket keeping skill, different in their batting skill. So we can't make them same. But in India, these are the fans who have compared a Pant with a Dhoni. Then all the time stats will come and this will happen till the Rishabh Pant will play for India. This will happen each and every time. Yeah, okay. Okay. He's saying that I am blocking you. Actually, Abhinav, want to tell you that I don't think in that way. I am thinking like a cricket lover. I don't think like that way that you have insult my favorite player. I will block you. No, in that way I don't like it. In my channel, each and everyone is invited to express your views, and that will be. I am very happy that you come and expressing your views. Okay, moderator. What is the qualification to become moderator? In which way you want to become moderator? Oh, no need to say sorry. It's okay. Yeah, we know your birthday, bro. We know your birthday. When first ODI will start 27, there will be a birthday, and you should know the promise also that you have to bring a cake, and then I will pick you in a live, and then we cut a cake in a live. So that promise you have to complete. Uh, okay, Rahul, can you give this answer? You are angry
आप
with
लोगों
this?
को गुस्सा आया था मुझ पे. What? Oh, I we are angry on him. He is saying,
No,
huh?
never.
No,
We are cricket
no,
lovers. We
no.
are
We're not
cricket.
angry on anyone. No.
This channel is yours. Okay, YT channel moderator. Okay, YT channel moderator. I have to think regarding this because for YT channel there is so many things we have to think. And I think Avinav, you know that a few days back I completed 2000 also. Cake भी मैं ही लाऊं. Oh, come on, Avinav, this is your birthday. Then how is it possible that I will bring a cake and how you will eat from far away? Come on, Abhinav. Yeah, I know you are very old. You are very bigger than us. So that is a good thing of KFCS that various age groups are participating. That is very good. I know you are 46 years. So Rahul, he will become 46 years. So we have to celebrate on 27. Okay.
Oh, oh, 46 years.
Yes. Retirement from
Wow.
IPL. Okay. Yes. I will promise you that I will make your video and I will make a short video Tere Vaste song. Okay. Okay. I will wish you in that song. Definitely. Okay, just you have to come with a cake and then we will celebrate. Okay. They will be the first time. Oh, we are not saying this. You are just telling.
Don't call me Buddha.
I we are not telling him old man. We are not telling like this. You are just saying. Okay, Abhinav. So just prepare for 27. Then we will also make a preparation that how we can mash, wish you and make it a great birthday as it is a first ODI match also because this will be honor for KFCS that if you celebrate the subscriber birthday on your video, this will be the first time. This will be a first
So
time.
we have an update, Kunal. The match has been called off. Players shake hands. That's all. So it's going to be a draw match. It's going to be a 1-0 series win for India. Yeah, in the pre World Test Championship era, we'll say, okay, fine, we won the series anyway. It doesn't matter. But this when there are points at stake, well, it's unfortunate. So 4 points each for both India and West Indies. So that's all.
Yes, of course. So Abhinav, if you want to me that I make a video for you and make a shorts, Then send me the picture on same number. Yeah, in this number, each and every viewer can take my number and then message me. No issue. Uh, yes, of course, Abhinav. If you are not in a live, then how will show the followers that I have celebrated the subscriber birthday? Rahul, what is saying that he will not come to live? Then how we will say that virtually we have celebrate the birthday? You have to come live for maybe 2 3 minutes. Not I am saying that you will come with us for 1 hour, 2 3 minutes, just for cutting. And this is the opportunity that I am giving. I don't think any YouTuber will give you this type of opportunity to come and celebrate your birthday. Rahul, any YouTuber will give.
No, not as far as I'm concerned. I have seen.
So this is your great opportunity. So make a preparation, bro, because today is 25. So only 48 hours remaining. Just go and prepare. Okay, and send me your pics also. Then we will make it a big day. Okay, so Rahul, we will do something
Okay.
big for him, yeah, and make it a
Yes, absolutely.
great birthday as there is a first ODI also, so that will be always great. But anyways, guys, this is a very heartbreaking uh, that India is finally draw their match. I think this is equal to the lose because India have done so well in terms of batting. Yeah, you want virtual birthday? Okay, no issues. No issues.
Yeah,
Then
I hope this draw is not a virtual knockout for India. That's
no, that will be not a knockout. No
let's
issue,
see.
bro. You have to go to office. I know. Uh, why not? You come in 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Yeah, okay. In this song, I will make a short video, and I think that is good for you. And we have a lot of discussion also. Okay, from comment section we will do. Yeah. Yes, Abhinav. I think rain should go away that time, but it's okay. Everything was going goes to West Indies. Yeah, okay. So Abhinav, uh, we will meet tomorrow, and I have to also go to the office. So we have to wrap up things today, and just don't forget to come early and tomorrow, and then we will discuss more things of cricket because we have to think about World Cup also after this Test match, ODI matches, T20 series. So many things will happen. And guys, just subscribe KFCS and Sports Breakdown also because after so many days, almost 10 12 days, this is live on Sports Breakdown also. So guys, don't forget that Sports Breakdown is closed. It is open till and every day we have videos. And when it is come to Sri Lanka point of view, then the video must be in Sports Breakdown. This is equally important.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
I hope Sri Lanka will give a fight back, and then we will say it, Pawan, that yes, finally Sri Lanka come back.
Yes, and we as Indians don't want to see Pakistan winning, so that there's another thing.
Let's see, but there will be some miracle from Sri Lanka. Otherwise, things are going out.
Yeah, it needs a miracle, no question.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you very much, and thank you very much,
Yes,
Abhinav.
thank you,
Good
Kunal.
night, and Rahul. We will meet tomorrow, and we will discuss about the
Yes,
day two.
yes, absolutely.
So thank you very
All
much.
right.
Goodbye and good night.
Good night.